Hello everyone, and today we are gonna do a survivor perk tier list based on how I find them fun to use. So let's get started, let's not waste any more time. Ace in the hole, I really love to use this perk, especially on Ace since it's one of my mains. The other two being Bill and Dwight. This is basically mostly useful if you use plunderers or pharmacy. Bot on its own is not that good, but in those instances it's really good. I still like it nonetheless. Adrenaline. It's alright. Most of the time I'm not gonna reach end game anyway, so that's why I don't really use it. Aftercare is alright. It's basically an alternative to Kindred. So yeah, Alert, really underrated perk, honestly. Also, it can help you early game to maybe see if it's a Myers, Wraith, or Ghostface, or maybe even Pig, or I don't know. Or if the killer has Tinker or some undetectable perk add-on. Enemies necessary, I really like this perk a lot. As well, even though most of the time it does absolutely nothing, especially against killers such as Baba and Nemesis, but it's still fun to use. Appraisal again. I think it's also, it can work with Ace in the hole, so you can basically pull out a lot of items with hopefully good add-ons. Out today they're probably one of the worst perks, but one of the most fun to use. And most of the time I reach, nowadays anyway, I reach at least 3 stacks, so it's not totally worthless. So yeah. Babysitter. I only use it with borrowed time, otherwise don't care about it that much, but I leave it there. Balance lane, it's alright. Better together, it's alright. Bite the bullet. This is basically, if you don't have Iron Will and you have self-care with this combined, you are completely fine. Just go into a dark area and make sure the killer can't see you. So Bless Mine, really fun to use, especially if the killer has, I don't know, wanna kick it with pop or other part, I don't know, but he's gonna have to take it before gonna pop it. Not sure if I said that right. Anyway, Blood Pact, Blood Pact's kinda useless, but I don't really use it. Maybe once I did, but it's really strange. Most of the time it does nothing. So Boil Over, I don't really care about it either. Bond, this especially combined with it was called open-handed, especially in solo queues, it's really helpful a lot. So basically the better self-care now, and it works better on some builds, so it's there. It's not one of my favorites, but I don't hate it either. I don't like Shadow Step, especially if my experience is when I played killer against this perk, it's really terrible. A lot. Borrowed Time, I leave it there. It's not my favorite, but sometimes it's necessary to bring it even if you don't want to, because unfortunately tunneling and camping can be good strats, so at least this can help sometimes. Botany Knowledge, also I love to use it a lot. Breakdown, I don't care about it. Breakout, maybe only, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't, it's neither there or there. What the fuck is this? Build to last, alright. If you really like your item, just be aware if the killer has Franklin's demise. Calm Spirit, a really weird perk. Camaraderie, really useful, especially in endgame. But mostly I use it with when I play with my friends. Mostly you are duos or trios. I don't know how to say it, but I almost never play full squad because I find it kind of boring, not gonna lie. Clairvoyance, I don't care about it honestly. Counter Force, your best choice when you have those clean statens challenges, so yeah. Also the most easy way to get those boldness points if you are not a good of a looper, so yeah. Dance with me, it's only kinda useful if you use it with quick and quiet and light, so don't care about it that much. Basically Bitter Murmur but for Survivor, don't care about it. Dead Heart, go the hell away, you terrible piece of shit. Deception, it can be fun sometimes. Decisive, again, like borrowed time, sometimes it's necessary to use it even if you don't want to use it. Deja Vu, I think there are better perks than Deja Vu to track down gens, so Deliverance, if I wanna run it, I run it with Decisive and Borrow to make sure I get to that safe hook. Sorry. Otherwise, not really worth using it. Desperate Measures, decent perk. Detective Hunch, can be really helpful a lot. I really like to use it on some of my survivors. Distortion, unfortunately I had a better idea for this part rather than behavior, just let's give it another token. My idea for distortion was basically the same, lose a token whenever your aura would have been read by the killer, but you regain a token back when you enter a chase and escape the killer, which I like it because it's not a pure stealth perk, so yeah, if it was that way maybe I was gonna put it even higher, but I leave it there. Diversion, also fun to use, even though most of the time it does nothing. It's really fun to throw a pebble in the killer's face. That's a lot of fun to do. Empathy, you're either gonna use it because you want those flashbang saves, or because you want that sweet autodidact, or I don't know, maybe you just want to know where someone is, especially in solo queue. But it's a decent perk. Fast Track, a really weird perk, but I don't really care about it. Fixated, decent perk. Flashbang, oh boy, my buddy's maybe his favorite perk, at least nowadays. Oh man, how many times have he saved my ass because of flashbangs, and just doing that save, I'm not gonna ever forget it. So if you watch this video, you can't. Just know that I'm grateful that you use these perks, so yeah, I'm gonna put it there. I try to use it sometimes and it worked. I did 2 flashbang saves in a single match once, so that was a lot of fun. Next up, Flip Flop. Don't care about most of them, you're never gonna get use of this perk, so for the people, I really love this perk, but unfortunately whenever I think I use this perk, I just have the thought in back of my hand that whenever the killer sees that I use this perk, they automatically gonna go for me next, so I try my best to use it for clutch moments if possible. And on basically only with quick and quiet, or I don't know, something else, but otherwise, yeah. Hope only may be worth in an endgame build, but yeah. Inner strength, I leave it there. I think there are way better parts to heal. Iron will, man. It's again like borrowed time and decisive, but this time it also helps you hide from the killer. But it's also maybe it's just me, but some survivors when they are injured they make those sounds like they are in an adult film, and it really feels weird to me. So I'm gonna use it. Also, if somebody who watches this video didn't know, Ace basically has built-in Iron Will because he's basically the quietest. I'm not sure if I said that right. The most quiet survivor in the game. So basically, you don't need to run Iron Will on Ace. So yeah, that's a plus. Otherwise, gonna leave it there because it's really, I'm really agitated to hear those moaning sounds of pain from whatever survivor. So Kindred, solo queue's best friend. Really, I really mean it. And unfortunately, even if you use this perk, it's not. You're not. Sometimes you're still not gonna get saved from the hook, even if the killer doesn't camp you. So just be aware of that. Be aware of your teammates because they can be. The more they can be, I don't know, either too scared or just hate you for no reason. I don't know. Leader, I only like to use it if I'm like camaraderie, if I'm in a group in a party with my friend or friends. Otherwise, I don't see the point of this perk. Lay behind can fuck off, such as this and this. I don't really like exhaustion perks, honestly, so this is a common trend with me here. I don't like exhaustion perks that much. Lucky break, decent perk. Metal of Man, only use it for the tank build, but otherwise not worth it. No Miser, I don't want to use it, but you who are using it just for the sake of it, you are a chat. No Ale behind, useless. Object of depression, you basically want the killer to chase you, I think. Off the record, budget Iron Will, or if you don't have Iron Will in your blood web, because again, terrible RNG, use off the record, but otherwise just use Iron Will. Open-handed, especially with, like I said before, with Bond or Windows of Opportunity, this perk can help you a lot. On its own it's useless, but with those perks that I mentioned, it's really good. Pharmacy, one of my guilty pleasures, I must say. Like I said, with Ace in the Hole and maybe Plunderers or some other chest perks, really fun to use, especially gives you that damn green medkit, which is the best medkit in the damn game. So, Plunderers, leave it there, I'm not gonna need to explain this one. Get the fuck out of here. Power struggle. Most of the time it's gonna do absolutely nothing, and I only managed to do it once, to use power struggle once, so, and that was what, like 50 games with this perk in a row or something? I don't know. Why the hell would you use this when Spine Chill exists? Why? Prove thyself. You know, before I used to really like this perk, but now because this is the most common perk I get in when I level up a survivor, which I'm getting tired of, honestly. But if you wanna get blood points faster, especially on generators, even though that is the easiest category to do it, then it's really helpful for myself. Quick and quiet. On its own I don't find the point, but with some perks such as what it was, dance with me or head on, can become quite useful. Red herring, I don't know why. I'm not maybe only use it if you have blessed mine, or if you know the killer has pop goes the weasel. I don't know. Resilience, I only use it if I know for sure I have iron will on my survivors, so I leave it there. Resurgence, again, like a Maradarian leader, it's mostly a perk that I use it when I play with friends, because on its own I was basically see it do almost nothing most of the time. Rookie Spirit, actually this perk is probably the best on indoor maps such as Larry, because finding generators on Larry is a nightmare already, so just for that I'm gonna put it there. But if it was only outdoor maps, it has been there. Saboteur, don't really care about it. Second wind, if you wanna get your second wind, if you want to get it in second wind, just use auto dilate. But also be careful if it's your first tool, because when the killer sees the broken icon, most likely he thinks you will have deliverance, even if you are the first one hooked. But you know, self-care on its own I don't like to use it, but on some builds like with Bite the Bullet or Botany Knowledge, only there I use it, but on its own I never use this perk because it takes ages to heal, and at that point just use the medkits. I don't like this perk, neither this. Small game is decent. Why would you use this when you can use, I don't know, any other exhaustion? Probably the worst designed survivor perk. This one you only use it with resurgence and maybe resilience, but otherwise no. Ooh, soul guard, now we're getting a bit spicy there. On its own it's not really that good, but with Unbreakable especially it's really good. Just be aware when you use it on your own, and just pray that the killer doesn't pick you immediately, especially at the end game. Spine Shell, a very useful perk, especially in solo queue, and if you are that afraid of stealth killers like Myers or Wraith. Spring Bursts, don't care about it. Stakeout, not much to care about it. Streetwise, decent perk. Technician, useless perk, except if you're really new to the game. Tenacity only in the, what was that called, the Wiggle build, or not sure, but otherwise don't care about it. Neither this. Unbreakable on its own I don't really use it, but I mostly use it if I'm gonna go for a Wiggle build or combine it with Soul Guard. Useless perk, this one is to be rewarded, said. Urban evade, no. Vigil, decent perk. Visionary, I'm not sure why this has a cooldown. Why does it have? Why does it have one? I don't understand. Wake Up, it's alright. We'll make it. I really like it. especially if the killer doesn't immediately come back and either goes for me or wanna tunnel the uncooked one. We're gonna live forever. The barbecue and chili of survivors, but unfortunately even if you have your 4 stacks it doesn't really give you that much blood points. I don't know why, maybe it's just me, I'm not sure. Windows. Oops. Sorry. Where went? Yeah, windows of opportunity. Like I said a million times before. Like I said before, with open-handed this really helps, even more in solo queue, because you don't know where some pallets are and where they are used, you know. Moon unbreakable. I leave it there. Useless. Hold W. Exhaustion perk. Don't care about this one that much. Neither this. But if I have the newest survivor, I think I really like to use these perks, so I'm gonna leave it there. So this was my survivor perks tier list based on how fun I find to use them. So hope you liked the video and goodbye.